Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back at my parents' house in the grapevines and I'm going to pick some muscadine grapes and we're going to make juice out of them. So I'm going to take you along for the entire process. So let's get started.
You take me to places I've never been. You do things that make me a better man. And bus stops they turn into hours spent rambling on. One look and you got the best of me. 4 feet take us where we wanna be. 3 words that would be the death of me.
So I'm going to be picking grapes from these 2 grapevines. And as you can see here, we're going to be getting the darkest grapes. So there's some that still aren't that dark yet. We're going to be getting the ones that are very dark. There's also a few grapes that have shriveled up like these 2 here. You wouldn't think that those grapes would be good, but they're actually going to be the sweeter of the grapes. So I'm still going to pick those and use those to make juice because I do like sweet grape juice. And my dad actually has a few of these coffee ground containers that he is rooting grapevine for me in. So what he did is cut holes in the bottom of the container and then ran a vine up through the bottom of it. And that is actually going to root to the vines. So he said this winter when it cools down a little bit, he's going to cut the vine off here and then he can plant the vine and let it grow roots so we can plant it at our house. So this is actually roots coming out here, and then this one has a root coming out as well. So they're almost ready.
Turn off the filter I put in place to hide things we both know. It's obvious there'll come a time I'll board a plane and leave behind the closest thing to home, away from home. My mind won't forget nights like these ones. I'm falling before I go again. I've tried to pretend time is on our side. I'm falling before I go again. Falling, no. I'm falling before I go again. Falling, no. I'm falling before I go again. Forget nights like these ones. I'm falling before I go again. I've tried to pretend time is on our side. I'm falling before I go again.
Shadows of the morning are crawling on my floor. When I just wanna lie here, nothing less, nothing more. There's raindrops on my window and I'm going nowhere fast. Behind these closed eyes I visualize what will come and what is past. But mama, turn the light on. Mama, stir me from my sleep. I've been sleeping too long, I've been dreaming too long. I just wanna lie here, but I don't wanna die here. So I'm gonna take my best shot, shot out of bed into the tip top. Sitting on the edge of my bed, waiting by the river, waiting by the river. I found a little piece of homestead, waiting by the river, waiting by the river. It's clear to see I'm free, yeah. Chasing these dreams, awake or asleep. Awake or asleep. And so I say goodbye to the shadows as morning breaks to noon. Another day I'm living, another song I'm singing, and I know I've got nothing this melody in my head, shout out a bit, cause I got something to prove. So when I say, mama, turn the light on, understand just what I mean. When I'm asleep, I will dream. When I wake you
gonna eat one? Okay, so we've got a full basket here of grapes, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these home and show you how to make juice from them. We're back home now. I went ahead and washed off all of the grapes. They're all rinsed off and clean. And then behind me, I'm setting up the juicer. Now for the juicer, I'm using this 11-quart stainless steel juice extractor. I did borrow this from my mom, it's not mine. But I'm gonna show you how it works. So these all stack on each other. This bottom portion I've filled about, well, a little over halfway with water. And then the second piece just fits on top. This is what the juice is going to drain into and then out up here. And this metal piece here is to prevent it from spilling out of it when it starts to become juice. So right now it's clamped, and I'm going to kind of just clip it onto the side here, and that'll help prevent an accident from happening. And then the top piece will just slide on there. And this is what the grapes will go in. So I'm gonna put the grapes in just right to that first line of holes. I'm not gonna put anything above that. And so we may have to do a couple batches of grapes. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat up to probably about 7. And then once that water starts to boil and it's steaming, then I'm gonna add the grapes in. Okay, so the water is now heated up quite a bit that it's starting to steam up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour in some of our grapes. I'm making a mess. So that's a good amount. It lines up with that first line of drainage holes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cover this, and we're gonna wait a few minutes. You'll start to smell it when it starts to, the juice starts to drain out of the grapes. And then we're gonna open this up and push down on the grapes with a plate just to drain out any extra juice. And then we can extract it from the hose. It's been about 20 minutes now, so I'm going to take off the lid. I hope the camera's not fogged up too much. I know it's hard to see, but the grape skin is tearing apart, and they are wilting down a little bit. So I'm now going to get a plate, and I'm gonna place this in here and just push down and try to push out any more juice that may still be in the grapes. So now I've got my chair here with this little stock pot in it, and we're gonna go ahead and turn off the heat, and I'm going to drain out the juice. Okay, so I've gotten all the juice out of this part. I did have to tilt it a little bit just to make sure it all drained out, but all the juice is out, so I'm going to move the clamp back up to the plastic piece, and I'm going to stick the hook back on the side over here like before, and we're going to do the second batch. Now you do want to make sure that you have enough water in the bottom part still before you start a second batch. So sometimes the water will go down, so you'll want to add a little bit more. I just checked mine and it's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and empty out the old grapes and put some new ones in. I've got my last batch of grapes going now. This is my third batch. I had just enough grapes for 3 batches. And it's almost finished. Each batch has been lasting about 20 to 25 minutes until they're wilted down enough that the juice is all out of them. But we've got our juice here. So once the rest of the juice is in there, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. I do like my grape juice a little bit sweet and a little bit tangy too, so I don't plan on adding that much sugar. If you're gonna do it, I would just do it to your taste. But I'm just planning on adding a little bit, and then we'll let that cool, and then I'm gonna put it in this milk jug here. Just to not waste. So we're gonna just reuse that jug, and then also speaking of not wasting, we're gonna use the grape scraps and put those in the compost bin just to not waste those. So I am going to go ahead and stop the video here because it is getting kind of late, but I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, and then just make sure that you are subscribed. Take a second and do that. We really appreciate it, and it also helps us know that you like our content, you like what we're putting out. So go ahead and just make sure that you are subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video.
Shadows of the morning are crawling on my floor, when I just wanna lie here, nothing less, nothing more.